Am I the a-hole for admitting I despise my special needs sister? And leaving my parents after the truth came out? I 17M know the title sounds harsh, but it's the truth I lived with for over a decade. My sister is severely autistic, nonverbal, extremely destructive, and requires round-the-clock supervision. She's 12, but emotionally and cognitively closer to a toddler, and she destroys anything she can grab. Growing up, I was told this was just how things are. But the reality is, my life has never felt like my own. From the moment she was born, everything revolved around her. When I was 7, I was forced to move into our unfinished basement so she could have the room next to my parents. Every toy I ever loved was destroyed, and every time I complained, I was scolded for being selfish. When she broke my school-issued MacBook, my dad grounded me for leaving it where she could reach it. As I got older, it only got worse. My parents expected me to drop everything to babysit her, no matter what I was doing. If I wanted to see friends, I had to be available in case they needed me. If I didn't answer the phone immediately, even in a movie theater, I was punished. Last week I had a school speech event that I'd worked hard for and was chosen to present. My parents promised to come. Instead, they texted 15 minutes before saying they couldn't leave her. It crushed me more than I thought it would. The breaking point came during a conversation about college. My dad laughed and said I needed a good-paying career so I can take care of your sister when we're gone. I don't know what snapped inside me, but I completely broke down. Years of swallowed resentment came out at once. I told them I was tired of being treated like a servant, that my entire life was built around someone else's needs, and that they never saw me as anything but their backup caregiver. I locked myself in my room and cried harder than I have in years. They didn't even check on me. My grandpa picked me up later that night after my parents said it was best I get some space. At his house, I told him everything, every expectation, every sacrifice, every punishment. I had never seen him so angry. He told me something that made my stomach drop. My sister is supposed to have a professional caretaker. My parents were given resources and funding for that, but they had been pocketing the money and using me instead. According to him, I was never supposed to be alone with her for long periods because she's a danger to herself and others. My parents hid this from everyone. The next few days were surreal. Aunts and uncles came forward, horrified, saying they had been giving my parents money for years under the belief it went to professional care. My grandfather told me not to speak to my parents without him present. All week, my extended family surrounded me, taking me out, checking in on me, giving me a sense of support I'd never experienced growing up. It felt wrong to enjoy it, but also freeing. Saturday, I finally sat down with my parents. It went worse than I imagined. They admitted to everything, taking the money, skipping professional care, relying on me because I was free and already there. But they never apologized. They doubled down. My father said, "You were put here to be her caretaker." My mother said I was dramatic and ungrateful. Every explanation felt like another knife. That night, I made my decision. With my grandfather and uncle's support, I moved out. Today we went back to collect my things, my documents, my clothes, everything I needed. My dad left the house the moment we arrived. My mom followed us silently as we packed. Right before I left, she broke down and told me she loved me and would miss me. I hugged her, but it felt hollow. After everything that happened, I still don't know if she meant it. Now I'm living with my grandfather. When I graduate high school, I'm leaving the state. I'll be using the money my aunt once gave my parents, money meant for a caretaker, to build a future for myself. And here's the thing I realized after all of this. I don't despise my sister. I love her. She didn't choose any of this. She didn't choose to be disabled. She didn't choose to be used by our parents as a shield. My resentment wasn't for her, it was for the people who forced a child to raise another child. I don't know what the future holds for me, but for the first time in my life, it feels like my future. Maybe one day I'll reconnect with my parents. Maybe not. But right now, I'm finally choosing myself. And that has to be enough.